So great to be here, Chetan. Okay,
Absolutely.
and it's such a nice thing to be doing this conversation. Okay, I always believe that finally the root unit of everything is finally a conversation. Ultimately, there are only two things. One is to get anything done, you need a relationship. And how do you work with the relationship? The way you work with the relationship is through conversations.
True.
फंडामेंटल लेवल पे जाओ तो यही दो यूनिट्स हैं. एक है we get anything done through a conversation, like we wanted to a relationship, we wanted to do this, we we call up somebody, we fix a place, we call up our people. uh, so it's all relationships, and getting it done is through conversations. Okay, so it's good to start this conversation.
Absolutely. Same here.
Good to start this conversation. What do we start with today? And probably one of the thoughts that was coming to me as we start with is intent. क्योंकि मेरे दादाजी से मैंने एक बार सुना था. एक बार it was a Friday. He was a very devout Muslim, and for a Muslim the Friday afternoon prayers are very important. He used to lead the prayers in our village mosque. But with age he was, I think, more than 75, nearing 80. Or he needed somebody to take him to the mosque. He couldn't walk on his own. And that Friday, I remember he was feeling very sad क्योंकि घर पे कोई था नहीं जो उनको नमाज के लिए ले जाए.
लेकर जाए.
हाँ. और उन्हें बहुत बुरा लग रहा था. And I was in Karat that day, and I don't know what happened. I thought चलो जाके उनको मिलते हैं. And I went and met him, and it was just about hour and a half for the mosque, for the namaz. And he said, "See how God sent you." Okay. And he said one thing at that time. He said कि नियत पे फैसले होते हैं. कुदरत के फैसले जो होते हैं वो नियत पे होते हैं. उनकी नियत नमाज की इतनी मजबूत थी कि कुदरत ने फैसला कर दिया और मैं फॉर वॉट एवर रीजन वेंट टू द प्लेस. सो एज वी आर सिटिंग हियर starting this retreat, what is the intent that is coming to you?
Intent, see, आपने जो आपके दादाजी की बात बताई, I completely agree on that. And if you have seen what I've been telling people, that whatever you want from the universe, you always focus on what you want and put all your intent on that. Because the problem arises, the people start getting into how it's going to come. Like your example of your grandfather.
Correct.
It was because everything is synchronized.
Correct.
And universe, which is like since the beginning of the time, it's there. It knows more than us.
Absolutely.
And when I say more than us, even that word more is not enough. Because it's more, it has also seen us in our past life.
That's very interesting.
So when you try, it's like एक दिया कोशिश कर रहा है इस जहाँ को लाइट बोलते हैं ना कि लाइट करने के लिए, और उसको सूरज की ताकत का अंदाज़ा नहीं. या वो उसको एक जब दिया जल रहा है और उसको लग रहा है कि ये जो सूरज में रोशनी है वो मेरी वजह से है. तो व्हेन वी ट्राई टू do this, that I need this and how it's going to happen. So that is like वही होता है कि एक दिया एक सूरज को सोचता है कि सूरज को मैं रोशन कर रहा हूँ. So because I always feel since the day I started this that I have to just focus on what I want and how it is going to happen. It will come on its own. I completely surrender myself to the universe, like how these retreats started and how these people from all over have started to come together, and there are people who volunteers without thinking that they should get paid for this work. So I always have this intention that I have to just help people, because if I feel that if I help one person, I'm not just helping that one particular person, I'm helping the entire family. Because if there are 2-3 people and out of that one becomes very close to their inner self, the same thing, just 2 minutes, the same thing they will radiate, and it's going to affect the people around them. And when it started happening, it is not going to have affect that 4 people, it's going to have affect the generations after that. So that is why I always have this intention that whatever little I know, and if that could change uh, the way the person is thinking, it's very good. I think that small intention is more than enough, because I'm not here to there's someone who can create a tree. I can only sow a seed in the ground, and rest the universe will take care of. और जो जैसा seed होगा वैसा ही पेड़ वो खुद ही आ जाएगा. That's it. So that's what I believe. So I have this intention of helping people. How it's going to happen, किसको help चाहिए, कौन, because all of a sudden I've seen that people from random countries are calling me that we saw you on Google. For them they have seen, but for me I know that something in the universe has brought that person to me, and maybe the universe thinks that I have some capacity to help. So whatever best I have, I just offer. That is. और मेरे को लगता है उनको ना ज़्यादा सोचना ही नहीं चाहिए. वन इंटेंशन एट अ टाइम, एक कदम इज मोर देन इनफ, बट द इंटेंट is should be giving out. But
Yeah. So what I hear, and some very interesting thing, and especially I was very fascinated by that line you said. More.
हाँ,
And what is more? Okay, more is still limited by the limit of our imagination.
absolutely.
Okay, and we don't have any idea of what is more. Okay, we don't know. The universe is so vast that you can't even comprehend it. Okay? And that's so beautiful. And at the same time, you also narrowed it down. Also, finally, how do you impact this vastness? It's not by going to the vastness, but by going to that one person and making that one person's life a little better, a little happier, a little easier. And when that one person's life becomes a little better and happier, you have no idea how it impacts. What is the scale of impact?
Absolutely.
We have no idea. Okay, it may not just be family. It may be probably friends, maybe a social circle. You don't know, and how that ripple and where that ripple will go, and what is so the stone in a lake sends the ripple to the entire lake. Okay, and we don't even know what is the scope here. So that is very fascinating. How you take the vastness and how you also bring it down narrow to that one seed, and you don't know what that one seed will do. Okay, very beautiful. I think that's to be great, and I think more power to your intent.
Thank you so much. I look forward to it. And वैसे ही होता है, because people are trying to do, they think कि, okay, I have dreams, I have to do this, I have to do that. And if you meet the same person after 5 years, the dreams change. After 5 years, dream change. So that itself is a proof that इस moment में जो है ना, वो आपके अंदर भी, that is not permanent. And और इंसान है ना अपनी टेम्पररी चीज़ों से परमानेंट खुशी का ट्राई कर रहा है. लाइक मेरे पास 10,000 है, इसको मैं 10 लाख करूंगा, इसको मैं 10 करोड़ करूंगा, आज से 10 साल बाद मैं ये हो जाऊंगा. यू डोंट नो व्हाट प्लान ऑफ द यूनिवर्स इज फॉर यू. Like you give an example of the drop in the ocean can't decide at where the ocean is going to. Okay, वो लहरें decide नहीं करती है. तो the best thing is you just surrender. And I always feel, in fact, when I was working in a corporate, even I had big dreams. But now, at this point of time, I feel that I have more than enough. Just that, वो जो if I feel that I'm stressed out about something, I have more than enough of wisdom. Just that I need some time with myself, because that the people are trying to find solutions outside, when inside it's more than enough. और आपकी परिस्थिति बोलते हैं ना, योर
सिचुएशन
से फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मनस्थिति से फर्क पड़ता है.
परिस्थिति और मनस्थिति बहुत बढ़िया.
तो आप जब चीज़ें मनस्थिति से रिजॉल्व करना स्टार्ट करते हो, परिस्थिति खुद ही चेंज होती है. बट प्रॉब्लम लोग इसलिए स्ट्रेस में है बिकॉज वो उनको ऐसा लगता है अगर उनकी परिस्थिति चेंज हो जाएगी तो मनस्थिति चेंज हो जाएगी. ऐसा होता नहीं है. कोई इंसान बहुत गरीब है, उसको लगता है आज मेरे पास 5 करोड़ आ जाएंगे तो मैं बहुत खुश हो जाऊंगा, लेकिन वो ये नहीं सोच रहा, वो सिर्फ परिस्थिति पे ध्यान दे रहा है। वो अगर उस मोमेंट पे अपनी मनस्थिति पे ध्यान दे कि मेरे पास जो है, और अगर यूनिवर्स हम बोलते हैं अनबायस्ड है, तो इस मोमेंट पे अगर मेरे पास ये नहीं है तो देयर हैज टू बी सम रीजन। तो क्यों ना मैं यूनिवर्स को सरेंडर होके उस चीज को जानने की कोशिश करूं, ना कि उससे लड़ूं। और इंसान के पास 1 रुपया हो या 100 करोड़ हो, वो उसकी जो मनस्थिति है उसके हिसाब से ही चलेगा। And that's why we say that there are lottery winners who get lot of money, but since their mentality is not abundance, they lose everything.
So and this is very interesting. स्थिति होती है और परिस्थिति और मन और पर, ओके, और हम उस पर आएंगे, बट in this conversation as we go ahead, I would want एक है people and you stop, and people here is परिस्थिति, and your story is manasthiti.
Absolutely.
And I would love to listen to what has been your paristhiti and your manasthiti, and how you have worked. You have worked on yourself to reach to where you are. Okay. See, we all aspire from things from life, and my aspiration has been how to get into a place of such peace and silence, and to do retreats and this kind of work. That has been my desire. And today when I sat here, as I roamed about this place in the morning, I realized that देखो ना, लाइफ ने मुझे लाया है वहां पे, उस जगह पे जिसको मैं ड्रीम करता हूँ, वो काम जो मेरा ड्रीम वर्क है. And in my NLP background makes me curious to understand what has been the structure. ये क्या स्ट्रक्चर था जिसने मुझे आज, at least for these 3 days, has given me chance to live the life I want to live.
Absolutely.
And I want to understand, and as we take these conversations forward in the next episode probably, what has been your structure, how you have worked on your manasthiti, and what has been your paristhiti, and how you have worked in this to be where you are today. Because we are in such a beautiful space today. I don't know about tomorrow, but if you look purely in the here and now, we are exactly where we would want to be, doing what we want to be doing.
Absolutely. I think we should continue the conversations, keep continuing in these 3 days, and take whatever comes. And before we end this conversation, I would like to say that आपने जो बोला ना, how this journey started, it all started with me asking questions myself, understanding paristhiti, manasthiti, and there was a time I wanted just 2 minutes. There was a time I wanted कि I should have more money like my friends, and there are my friends whose parents are more rich. क्यों ऐसा मेरे साथ नहीं हो रहा है? But when I started realizing this manasthiti, parasthiti, everything changed. और I have started with this journey. अगर ऐसा दुनिया में कोई काम होगा जिसका अगर people will not pay me, तो मैं क्या वो ऐसा कौन सा काम है? Still I will do it. And I think this is the work that I want to help people. और सोचिए ना, जब मैं एक कॉर्पोरेट जॉब में था और मैं ऑलमोस्ट अच्छा खासा कमाता था, इट्स लाइक more than ₹1 lakh every month I used to get.
And that was about what, 10 years back?
हाँ, 10 years back.
10 years back, ₹1 lakh a month was.
हाँ, it's more than, हाँ, बहुत ज़्यादा था.
बहुत ज़्यादा था.
और आज आई एम डूइंग दैट वर्क. अगर मेरे को कोई पे नहीं भी करेगा, स्टिल आई डू इट, एंड विद गॉड्स ग्रेस, एंड आई एम जस्ट अ मीडियम, आई हैव माय वेल्थ इज मोर.
So I think this is a very interesting, I think, folks, as we end this conversation, we'll try to get into this structure that got us, or that got Chetan doing what he loves to do, making what he wants to. Won't we all like to be there? So let's, in the next few conversations, try and unravel the structure behind this. See.
Chalo, bye bye. See you.